Hello students. Today we are going to learn the concept of polynomials. You have learned about algebraic expressions, its addition, subtraction, multiplication and division in your earlier classes. Now, what is an algebraic expression? It is a combination of constants and variables. For example, you know x plus 7 is an algebraic expression. 3x square plus 7x minus 5 is also an algebraic expression. Now, here x is one term and 7 is another term. When you consider this algebraic expression, 3x square is a term, 7x is a term and minus 5 is another term. Now, based on the number of terms, the algebraic expressions are classified into three types, that is, a monomial, binomial and a trinomial. So, what is a monomial? An algebraic expression with one term is called as a monomial. So, here there is only one term, that is 2x. So, it is a monomial. Now, the next one is binomial. An algebraic expression with two terms is called as binomial. Now 3x plus 5. This is a binomial where 3x is a term and 5 is another term. Next one, an algebraic expression with three terms is called as trinomial. 3x square is a term, minus 4x is a term and 1 is another term. So, these are the classification of algebraic expressions based on the number of terms. So, what is a polynomial? An algebraic expression which contains more terms are called as polynomials. Poly means many terms. So, what is a polynomial in one variable? A polynomial in one variable x is written as p of x is equal to an x raised to the power n plus an minus 1 x raised to the power n minus 1 plus etc. a1x plus a0, where an minus 1 etc. a0 are real numbers. Let us see some examples of polynomials. 2x plus 1, 3x square plus 2x minus 5, y cube plus 3y square plus y minus 5. 7m raised to the power 6 minus 4 by 2 m raised to the power 4 plus 3m square plus m minus 9. These are few examples of polynomials. You can very well see that 2x plus 1 is a polynomial in one variable x. 3x square plus 2x minus 5 is also a polynomial in one variable x. Y cube plus 3y square plus y minus 5 is a polynomial in one variable y. Similarly, this is a polynomial in one variable m. The next concept that we are going to see is the degree of a polynomial. What is meant by the degree of a polynomial? The highest power of the variable is called as the degree of the polynomial. Now, when you consider this example, the highest power of x is 1. So, 1 is the degree of this polynomial. When you consider this, the highest power of the variable here is 2. So, the degree of this polynomial is 2. In this, the highest power is 3. So, the degree of this polynomial is 3. And in this, the highest power is 6. So, the degree of the polynomial is 6. Now, based on the degrees, the polynomials are classified into three types. Now, the first one is a linear polynomial. Now, just consider the examples that is given here. 2x plus 1. What is the degree of this polynomial? The degree is 1. Degree is 1. So, this is a linear polynomial. Minus 3y plus 5. The degree is 1. M minus 6. The degree is 1. So, a polynomial whose degree is 1 is called as a linear polynomial. Next one, a polynomial whose degree is 2. Let us see some examples. What is it called as? Now, you can see here the degree of this polynomial here is 2. So, what is degree? The highest power of the variable in the polynomial. Here, the degree is 2. In this expression also the degree is 2. So a polynomial whose degree is 2 is called as a quadratic polynomial. Now the next one is the cubic polynomial. What is a cubic polynomial? A polynomial whose degree is 3 is said to be a cubic polynomial. Let us see some examples. In this, the degree of the polynomial is 3, and in this also the degree is 3. In this polynomial also the degree is 3. So a polynomial whose degree is 3 is called as a cubic polynomial. So let us just recapitulate. We just learned that a linear polynomial is a polynomial whose degree is 1. A quadratic polynomial is a polynomial of degree 2. Cubic polynomial is a polynomial of degree 3. The next one is the value of a polynomial p of x at x is equal to k. Now consider a polynomial p of x which is equal to x square minus 3x minus 4. Now when you put x is equal to 0 in the polynomial, we get p of x is equal to 2 square minus 3 into 2 minus 4. That is, in place of x in this polynomial, you are going to substitute 2. So what is 2 square? It is 4. Minus 3 2s are 6 minus 4. So when you simplify, you get minus 6. So the value of this polynomial is minus 6. How is it obtained? It is obtained by replacing x by 2. Similarly, replace x by 0 in this polynomial. So when you replace x by 0 in this polynomial, you get p of 0 is equal to 0 square minus 3 into 0 minus 4. You get the value as minus 4. Similarly, you are going to replace x by minus 1 in the polynomial p of x. So when you replace by minus 1, you get p of minus 1. Minus 1 the whole square, minus 3 into minus 1, minus 4. So when you simplify, you get 0. Next, replacing x by 4 in this polynomial p of x, we get p of 4 is equal to 4 square minus 3 into 4 minus 4. On simplifying, you get 0. Now from the above examples, you can see that for the value, when you substitute x as minus 1, you get the value of the polynomial as 0. When you replace x by 4, you get the value of the polynomial as 0. So, what can you tell about minus 1 and 4? So, this minus 1 and 4 are called the 0 of the quadratic polynomial. Why is it called as a 0? When you replace x by minus 1, you get 0. The value of the polynomial is 0. When you replace x by 4, you get the value of the polynomial as 0. So, when the value of the polynomial becomes 0, the number with which you replaced x, that is called as the 0 of the polynomial. So, this polynomial has 2 zeros. Zero of a polynomial. So a real number k is said to be the zero of a polynomial p of x if p of k is equal to 0. A polynomial can have no zero, 1 0 or more than 1 0. Now let us consider a linear polynomial. What do you mean by linear? A polynomial whose degree is 1 is a linear polynomial. Now suppose if k is the 0 of this polynomial, then p of k is equal to 0. Now, when you replace in place of x by k, so you get 2k minus 5 is equal to 0. So, which implies that k is equal to 5 by 2. So, you got the value of k as 5 by 2. That is, in general, for a linear polynomial, if k is a 0 of a polynomial, p of x is equal to ax plus b, then p of k is equal to ak plus b and k is minus b by a. That is, the 0 of a linear polynomial ax plus b is minus b by a. What is minus b by a? b is the constant term and a is the coefficient of x. So for a linear polynomial, it is easy to find the 0, which is nothing but minus constant term divided by the coefficient of x. Now, let us see the geometrical meaning of the zeros of the polynomial. What about the graphical representation of the zeros? Now, consider the polynomial 3x plus 6. Now, we are going to replace x by 0. So, when you substitute x as 0, you get p of 0 is nothing but 3 into 0 plus 6. So the answer is 6. Now you replace x by 2. When you replace x by 2, you get p of 2 is equal to 3 into 2 plus 6, which is equal to 12. Now you are going to replace x by minus 2. So when you replace x by minus 2, you get p of minus 2 is equal to 3 into minus 2 plus 6, which is equal to 0. Now you are going to plot the points on the graph. So which are the points that you are going to plot is, you are going to plot 0, 6, 2, 12 and minus 2, 0 on the graph. So when you plot the graph of this polynomial, it is a linear polynomial. So you get a straight line. This is the graph of the polynomial that you have plotted. You get a straight line. Now in this, you can see that the polynomial, you have plotted the points minus 2, 0, 0, 6 and 2, 12 on the graph. You can see that this polynomial, that is the linear polynomial, intersects the x-axis at minus 2, 0. So you know that if k is a 0 of a linear polynomial, then k is minus b by a, that is minus constant term by coefficient of x. So here the 0 is nothing but, when you apply that, 3x plus 6 is minus the constant term 6 divided by the coefficient of x is 3, which is minus 2. So you got the 0 as minus 2. So from the graph also you can see that the graph intersects the x-axis at minus 2, 0. So minus 2 is called as the 0 of this polynomial. So what you understand from this is, thus, the 0 of the polynomial 3x plus 6 is the x-coordinate of the point where the graph of p of x is equal to 3x plus 6 intersects the x-axis. Now, let us see the geometrical meaning of 0 of a quadratic polynomial. So, let us consider the quadratic polynomial x square minus 5x plus 6. So, now the graph of that polynomial is a curve. You are going to substitute the values. So, you get the corresponding values of p of x. When you plot this on the graph, you get the graph, this as the curve. Here you can see that the graph intersects the x-axis at 2 and 3. That means the zeros of this quadratic polynomials are 2 and 3. So you know that the 0 of a polynomial is the x-coordinate of that polynomial, the graph. So the zeros are 2 and 3. Let us just verify this. That is, you have the polynomial x square minus 5x plus 6. Now, we just saw the zeros of this polynomial is 2 and 3. Substitute p of 2. When you substitute, you get 2 square minus 5 into 2 plus 6, which is 4 minus 10 plus 6, which is 0. Now, when you substitute 3, what do you get here? 3 square minus 5 into 3 plus 6, which is 9 minus 15 plus 6, which is equal to 0. That means the value of this polynomial at 2 and 3 is 0. So what do you conclude from this? So we can conclude that 2 and 3 are the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. Are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square minus 5x plus 6. Now consider the quadratic polynomial minus x square minus 6x plus 8. Similarly, plotting the graph for this polynomial, you get a curve like this. So from this you can see the x coordinates are minus 4 and minus 2. So the zeros of this polynomial are minus 4 and minus 2. So what do you understand from this? We can understand that the zeros of a polynomial are nothing but the x coordinate of this polynomial. Now, for any quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c and a not equal to 0, the graph has one of the two shapes. Either open upwards like this or open downwards like this. So depending on a is greater than 0 or a is less than 0, the curve opens upwards or downwards. These curves are called as parabolas. So, what do we conclude from this is, we can conclude that geometrically a quadratic polynomial can have no zeros like this because it does not have a zero because it does not intersect the x-axis, or it can have two equal zeros or one zero, or it can have two distinct zeros. Thus, a quadratic polynomial of degree 2 has at most only two zeros. Now look at the graphs given below and find the number of zeros. Let us see. So you all know that the x coordinate of the graph denotes the number of zeros. Now when you see this is a linear polynomial because it is a straight line. It intersects the x-axis at one point. So how many zeros does it have? So it has only 1 0. When you consider this, it intersects the x-axis at 2 points. So it has 2 zeros. Now, when you consider this graph, it intersects the x-axis at 3 points. So it has 3 zeros. When you consider this graph, you can see it intersects the x-axis at 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So it has 4 zeros. So depending on the number of times it intersects the x-axis or the number of x-coordinates, you can find the number of zeros. So we have learnt that today degree of a polynomial, it is nothing but the highest power of the given polynomial, and based on the power the polynomials are classified into three, that is nothing but a linear polynomial, a quadratic polynomial and a cubic polynomial. And depending upon the graph you can find the number of zeros. Thank you.